mic how I bring debate full your brain and think to the brink. Enough team league up for the thing, but I want Malik up there for who they for win. And I want Garvey Shield for the team pan the brim. See think online in your search engine. The concentration can't dilute. The master plan them a get execute. My love see the youth them a bomb rush out.
So last week our debates began, and this week the competition has started to take shape. So fans, points are on the table and the pressure is building. Welcome to See Think Weekly, your view of our National Critical Thinking Debates competition, adjudicated by the Jamaica University College, Jamaica's premier institution for trainee educators. I'm your host, Tamoy Campbell, and joining me is social media influencer, dancer, survivor, and teacher, Father Great.
A 23-year-old resident of Papine in St. Andrew employed as a teacher of sign language and English language. He's also a fast-rising star on the social media platform known as TikTok, where he has been earning widespread admiration as a dancer. But what many of his fans and other people are not aware of is the fact that, although Andre Whittingham is not hearing impaired, he's unable to speak. That's because he does not have a voice box. He lost it in a near-death incident that happened when he was 1 year old. And despite the fact that he's now living differently, Andre has managed to achieve a lot, including several medals, as well as a place of pride and joy in his mother's heart.
Andre, I'm so proud of you. Continue to do what you're doing. Continue to encourage yourself. Continue to be the best version of you. And remember to love the Lord with all your heart, pray in all circumstances, and be good.
And this week, See Think's expert judge in digital behavior, Mr. Leroy Ferron, also joins us.
Tamoy, last week, pure pressure. Some teams ready, while others, them not ready.
And the topic made it real, Tamoy, because technology addiction affects our students daily.
So at the opening of the Junior League Speakers Day, Old Harbour Primary secured an automatic win over their rivals in Portland, Fruitville Primary, who forfeited. Meanwhile, Holland Primary, a beacon in St. Elizabeth, defeated St. Andrews Primary, a newcomer to the See Think format. Look out for more highlights of that match later on in the show. But finally, Seaside Primary and Woburn Lawn Primary are expected to receive automatic rescheduling as their matches had to be postponed given the fact that Seaside Primary's team manager had medical emergencies. We understand that her son was hospitalized, but thankfully everything is okay now. Best wishes to you, Miss, and your family. Your See Thinkers are thinking of you.
So early points are gone already, and some teams are under pressure. In a league format, every missed debate point matters. We're going to show you some highlights and tell you how the public voted later on in the show. This week, debaters took on the theme Technology Addiction and Digital Life, thinking clearly in a constantly connected world. Check out this tip for See Thinkers, and then highlights of St. Andrew Primary School's matchup with Holland High, defending champions.
Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman spent a decade studying human decision-making and found that in big decisions, we're generally more afraid of loss than we are motivated by gain. According to his research, this means we often pick the safest option rather than the one that will have the most positive impact on our lives. Kahneman's got a great tip for getting over this fear of loss. Ask the advice of a friend who's not afraid to drop some truth bombs, even if it means your feelings get a bit roughed up. An objective friend can help you identify the best decision, because they're not weighed down by the fear of what could be lost. In the end, the decision is always yours, but it helps to seek this kind of advice. So the next time you're facing a big decision, free your brain from small decisions, give it really good fuel, and seek out a friend who cares more about your future than your feelings.
Today, we stand firmly in agreement with the motto, This house would restrict device use in schools to teacher-approved educational purposes only.
This house would not restrict device use in schools to teachers-approved educational purposes only. Our team is against this move because we believe devices are valuable tools that help students learn because devices encourage creativity and critical thinking.
Let us deal with real-life Jamaican classroom scenarios. A teacher is explaining fractions. Half the class is following, but the other half is on WhatsApp watching videos. Madam Speaker, who loses here? The teacher? No, the student.
Can be used to promote responsible digital citizenship, restricting device limits opportunities for collaborative learning and hampers access to a wealth of resources and support.
Are devices truly the enemy in our classrooms? Should students be treated as incapable of making responsible choices? And how can schools prepare students for a technology-driven world while heavily restricting the very tool used in that world? They will try to convince you that students can manage their own device usage. But Madam Speaker, that is not reality. It is wishful thinking. If students truly had full self-control, why are they on TikTok during the lessons? Why are teachers constantly telling them, put the phones away? Why are grades being affected?
Debating and thinking to the brim. Thank you so much, debaters, and many thanks to you, the team managers, who have been working hard to prepare our debaters. We also hope that you enjoyed Teachers' Day and Mother's Day recently, feeling lots of love, support, and blessings. Well, viewers, what do you think? Should we be monitoring screen time? Should children under the age of 12 years old have access to their smartphones? And if restricting access is on the table, how do we ensure that we're not crippling their future prospects? Something to think about. Remember to follow this debate at See Think Debates and to subscribe at See Think Online. Plus, you can also catch up with the matches and score at seethink.org.
May I watch Holland still? Them look ready.
They do, but all of our Sea Thinkers are bright, so the competition is very strong. And remember, Sea Think's debates are about lessons for living. And this week, Sea Thinkers explore technology addiction and digital life. We want them to think clearly in a constantly connected world. Let's hear more about the theme from our expert judge, Mr. Leroy Ferron. So, Mr. Ferron, Father Grade, let's talk about the theme, technology addiction.
Great. Strong teams had impact because they fully understood the theme. We heard about focus, sleep, behavior, and risks.
Yes, and the weaker teams mostly read from script. There was talking, yes, but not as much reasoning, you know. Reasoning is the proof. Prove, say a no.
Now, I want to talk about See Things Q&A round, especially in the Junior League, because it certainly adds quite a lot of pressure. So debaters have to discuss the moods and the arguments amongst themselves. Then the team whips get an opportunity to pose questions to the opposing teams. But fret not, because the team leaders also get a chance to take on the questions alone. This week, we noticed that the Q&A round brought on some pressure, and unfortunately, some of our See Thinkers were just not prepared.
Tamoy, a team can end up controlling the match using effective critical thinking questions.
If you think slow, you're gone.
Well, check out this Q&A round from the 2024 Youth League.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to ask the second speaker of the proposition. Are you saying that as citizens, if we see a fellow woman being mishandled, we are to simply stand by and watch? It is our responsibility as citizens to help our neighbors and to improve the overall well-being of our society. If we are to simply rely on wait until law enforcement comes to the situation, by that time, who's to say that woman is not dead or is in definite harm?
Alright, so just to respond to that question where you said about seeing a lady being mishandled, might I clarify that matters like these are law and order. It is not a citizen's job to employ use of force in these scenarios. In fact, it's illegal to intervene in these matters that warrant a law enforcer. It is a citizen's duty to report the matter. In fact, our laws are written in a way that discourages us from utilizing force.
Let's look at the standings and hear from the teams.
I'm Miss Jennifer Williams-Johnson. I'm here with Miss Powell and my team from St. Andrew Primary. We have been looking forward to this match for a couple of days now. It's the first time my children are actually participating in this competition, and they are grade 5 students. So we're happy to be here. We're excited, and it's a learning experience for my children because, as I said before, it's the first time they are competing. So they are also excited and happy to be here, and I'm curious to see how they will represent us and themselves.
My name is Simone Dobson, Principal, Holland Primary School. We're happy to be participating in See Things debate this year. Our students are excited. We are looking forward to robust debates with our counterparts from primary schools, and we're excited. They have been engaging a lot of research, and doing a lot of analytical thinking, critical thinking, and just enjoying themselves while doing it. So we're happy to be here in Kingston, nice and warm.
Hello, my name is Ruth Brown, and I am from the Old Harbour Primary and Infant School. We're here in this debate. This is our first debate, and we're excited. And we're celebrating 150 years, so why not enter this competition and win? So, to the Old Harbour Primary team, we got this.
When we come back, Father Grade takes you through the steps for this week's monthly dance challenge.